This is one of the great options of being able to use X32 Edit when you're away from your mixer. We have everything that we need right here as far as laying our shows out because we can do all this without being connected to the mixer. Here, 1 through 32. Your auxiliary inputs, your FX sends and returns. All of these can be labeled, your buses, your matrices, your DCAs, and all of this should be labeled so it's easy for you to get to when you start laying out your shows. This way, if anything happens, you can instantly know what inputs and outputs you're dealing with. And this is critical, guys, okay? You're going to need to know this. It's real simple. You're going to right mouse click on whatever you want to label, and we're just going to call this one kick. We're going to give it a color. That's simple. Okay? We're going to come down to our bus matrix. Look over here to the right. You see where it says Mix Bus 01? I'm going to come up here now, and I'm going to say this is Dana. That's my in-ear monitor. I'm using a P2. So again, I'm just going to give it a color. So now when I'm up here deciding on what I want to send to my mix bus, it's right here. So I know if I click on my mix bus, I can now select all the inputs that I want to use for my mix bus. And it stops you from doing this. What they have here, what they have here. And you go back and forth. If you notice here to the right, FX1 send through FX4 send, everything in this software can be labeled except these mute groups. These you cannot label. So if we come over here to our aux and FX, we're going to come out of Sense on Fader now by unchecking this. If we come up here and look at our effects, FX1, that's FX1, left and right. Your effects go in mono, they come out stereo. So if we come here and right mouse click, we can say Vintage Room. And we know that that is our Vintage Room reverb. We can give it whatever color we want. Now, we don't have to come in here and label FX1 right Vintage Room because we already know that. So if we come over to this FX1 send and we say Vintage Room, again, watch what happens to the mix bus down here on FX1 send when I do this. Vintage Room. I can come up here and right mouse click. I can change this color to whatever I want to. So now I'm separating it by color as well as by description. If you look down here to the bottom now, it says Vintage Room. If we click on the channels and then click on channel, if you look up here at the top left, we can click here and we can actually put an icon. Again, this is labeling our Scribble strip. So the kick, you've got some drums up here you could use. That's normally outside right here. That's inside right there because you can see the little hole. So there it is. If we want to change that to the outside, there it is. So now we've got our icon for this channel. We've got our Scribble strip set for our bus. And then we've got our effects labeled down here at the bottom where they go. Now let me show you why this is very, very important. Because that's truly all there is to your Scribble strip. It's all the exact same process, all the way through anything that can be labeled. But if we go up in the routing now, and we go out 1 through 16, we can look to the left and just immediately see that Mix Bus 1, which is your XLR output 1, if you have your routing set up properly, is assigned to Dana. As long as we can go through here and we can see where we're sending and receiving signals from, with my experience, it's going to make this so much easier for you. Even if I decided that I wanted to take my in-ear monitor, my P2, and maybe run it through the auxiliary output, well, right now everything just says insert. But again, if I move aux out 1 or any aux out, it doesn't matter, over to mix bus 1, my name's going to come up. And it'll come up on everything that's labeled mix bus 1. That is the main reason for setting up your Scribble strips, and same thing with your alternate. When you start lining up your P16 channels, it's real nice, channel input. If we look at channel input number 1, and that's what that's telling us, direct out channel number 1 is coming from the kick. So it makes it so easy for us to see exactly what we need to do when we start laying out our scene or our show. Now, the matrix, for whatever reason, it doesn't matter, guys. If I come to matrix 1, and let's say that somebody comes up that has a camcorder, and they say, hey, sound engineer, can you give me a line level signal coming straight from your mains? And you go, absolutely, I'm going to put you on matrix 1. Simply right mouse click it and label it cam, camcorder, recorder, however you're going to be able to remember this, and then just give it a color. So now that we know matrix 1 is our camera feed, again, when we start going through and looking, see the matrix right here? Let's say that I decided to give that camera feed XLR output number 4. If I come over to number 4 now to matrix 1, see where it says cam? So we know that what we've done internally is now lining up, because XLR output number 4 is going to be controlled by matrix number 1, which is our camera feed. And guys, it's just that simple. Anything that can be assigned, assign it. You don't have to gray it out. You don't have to turn it off. You don't have to make it blank. Number 4 right here, input number 4. If we go to config and we say, you know what, we're just not going to use that, and we turn it off, it just goes blank. That's how you see those black colors up there. Take it to heart. Do what you're supposed to do. This is going to help you with your layouts of your scenes, as well as help build your experience with your mixer. Okay? Take care. God bless. And we are out of here.